I joined the Coast Guard to be a rescue swimmer. This raid attracts really strong individuals who are willing to go fight for someone else to live.
These guys, they work extremely hard, turning and burning every day. Everyone's a trained technician.
The day-to-day is a lot of just maintaining the survival gear.
What similarities do you find with those?
We're all a bunch of children.
Going to work is fun. It seems that you're always with a great bunch of guys.
There really is this like brotherhood and sisterhood of suffering. The mutual grueling experience that I've been through recognizes the grueling experience that you went through.
You know, the things that we do are truly like amazing. Like you're sitting on a cable 1/8 of an inch thick, 100 miles offshore in 30-foot seas. I mean, who gets to do that? I mean, it's out of the movies, you know, and that's real life for us.
As Coast Guardsmen, we take immense pride in serving the public. We're always ready. We're ready to put everything on the line so we may save that one life. We train all year long for that one call.
Mayday, mayday, mayday. This is Fishing Vessel Legend. Fishing Vessel Legend. Mayday, mayday, mayday.
We got a mayday call from the Fishing Vessel Legend. They had hit the jetties and were taking on water. And so our game plan was to get airborne and find out where this guy was at.
We launched from Air Facility Newport, and almost immediately after takeoff hit turbulence and extremely low visibility. At that point in time, the weather wasn't worth putting my crew in a position to get to the survivor to hoist, so we returned to base.
The first surf boat went out and entered the surf zone. It couldn't get close enough to the mariner, who is now strapped to the top of the pilot house.
So we had no aircraft availability to get to him. The surf boat wasn't going to be able to get to him. And that limited our response pretty much from the beach.
I put BM1 Qual in charge of the beach rescue, and we'd had him drive out to the beach to figure out where this boat was and also see if we can get our guys out to get him off before the surf engulfed the boat and we lost the fisherman.
Where he was a pretty far distance from shore, and due to the environment and the size of the breaking waves, didn't have a high level of confidence that I wanted to get into the water right at that point.
You know, the boat started breaking apart to the point where the master felt he had to go now.
I'm going down. I'm going down.
I needed to do something, so at that point we made the call that I was going to get in the water. I could really feel that the current was pretty strong, that it was going to be pretty challenging to try and swim to where he was at. So I just put my head down and swam as hard as I could. Once I got a hold of him, then we were able to communicate with the crew, giving line commands, and then they immediately started to haul us back in.
That night exemplifies what it means to be a Coast Guardsman.
I think it's the missions just like these that motivate us to stay ready for the next call.
Mayday, mayday, mayday.
As a rescue swimmer, you train like crazy because you need to be ready when you get the call.
I think we got 3 or 4 people severely injured. I don't know how they get on board. I think they're going to need a helo crew.
The moment that we got the call for the Golden Ray, I was actually on duty. We heard that 25 people were in the water, and that was pretty much the only information that we had. When you're getting your gear on and getting ready, the things that are going through your mind, you're just trying to play out every scenario you can based on the information that you have, just to try to prepare yourself for what you might come upon. Getting on scene, we saw the container ship pretty much flipped over on its side. The other helicopter told us that there were still people on the bridge wing. We talked as a crew and decided that they would put me down onto the ship. And I actually used the fire hose like a rope and pretty much rappelled down the fire hose into the bridge so that I could make contact with the captain and the harbor pilot.
He was able to sift through the chaos of the scene and prioritize and execute his mission.
I retrieved the fire hose and swung an end over to him. Because he was wearing a life jacket, I thought, okay, just slide down the hose to the very bottom, and then he could climb out through the opposite door down to the water where there were small boats waiting. And so that's what he ended up doing. I ended up tying loops in the hose about an arm's length apart on each one from the point where the captain was up to my position, and told him to climb it. And once he was close to me, grabbed him and pulled him out.
If they were not there, then I may not be here to provide for my family and serve the state of Georgia. I'm just immensely grateful.
Certainly one of the standouts that night was AST2 Nate Newberg. He absolutely embodies the core values of the Coast Guard, and his character and performance were on display on that night. He certainly is a hero.